Welcome to today's session for order to cash solution demo. So we are going to demonstrate our easy integration platform for order to cash solution for e-commerce. As you know, in today's fast-paced e-commerce landscape, it's very difficult to manage all the orders, track every orders, their fulfillment, their invoicing payments and all. So here in our easy integration platform, we can easily control, access, and analyze all these order to cash steps in a single integration bridge. Let's quickly move to our platform and we'll see what features we have to tackle this order to cash challenges. So we can automate this order integration. We can have a real-time inventory management. We can have advanced billing and invoicing. And we can also track payments and invoicing. So now I will move to our eZintegrations platform and we'll start with our demonstration. So this is our login page. Once we log in, we'll land up to this home page. Here we can have multiple options: eZintegrations, our analytics product, our AI conversational product, and so on. Now we'll go to eZintegration and see a live demonstration. So here I have created one integration bridge, which is order to cash solution. Since we are only demonstrating for e-commerce, so here I have configured it for Amazon.com. We can configure it for any other website, database, or any other source we want. We have multiple catalog for API. You can see here we have Amazon, 3PL, Shopify, Oracle, and so on. So whichever e-commerce we are using, we can select from our API catalog and you can pull it to in our data source to fetch the data. So for demonstration, I have selected Amazon Seller Central, and since we are demonstrating order to cash, so I have selected business object as order to cash. Now, as we know, if you are familiar with Amazon SP API, this is the API for orders. Since if you are aware about order to cash, the first steps of order initiation and order management can handle by Amazon itself. Let's say if you are using any other e-commerce like Shopify, Salesforce and all, for that, this facility should not be there. So I will be covering each and every steps of order to cash process, and we'll demonstrate how we can include that and implement that in our eZintegration platform. So I'm starting with getting orders from Amazon Seller Central. If you want to test it, you can see using this API, we are getting all this data. We have orders. For all orders, we have all the details like order status, shipment, and all. Since we are getting this structured data from Amazon itself, so this will be easy for us to demonstrate as well as execute. If we are using multiple sources like Amazon for, Shopify for sales, and any other third-party app for invoicing or shipment. So for that, we need to use multiple API of the respective services. Now, once we get data from this Amazon API, you can see we have data under payload and order key. Now we can go to data operations. In data operations, we can add multiple operations to handle the source data. It could be anything. If it is JSON format or single line or multi-line, we can convert and play around with the data. So I'm starting with single line to multi-line. You can see in single line to multi-line, I'm converting the single line JSON data as we saw in the data source to the multi-line. You can see we are converting this payload and order data into multi-line so that every orders will come in a single line and we can send that data to any systems or any database, or we can trigger any email as per our requirement. Since we are dealing with order to cash, so I have configured this IB as per the order to cash steps. So after getting this data, I'm just refining this data since there are multiple arrays and keys. So I'm just pulling out those uh, keys above. So we have buyer info. So I'm just pulling buyer info above. We have shipping address. We have multiple fields in shipping address. So I'm pulling those on the top label so that all data should be on same page. So after this we train keys to top operations, I'm renaming some of the fields. Since we have similar field in somewhere, let's say amount could be anything. So I'm just uh, renaming amount to order total and currency code to order total currency code and so on. So that there should not be any duplication of fields name. After renaming it, I'm defining the data types since there could be multiple data types or date type. So here I'm converting the date type that we are receiving from Amazon to our required date types. Since you can see the date type from YMD timestamp of our minutes, I'm just converting it to year, month, and date. So this is how you can convert the date or any other fields to integer, float, and so on. So after converting this data type, so now our data is ready to play. So now we can analyze this data, we can apply filters, we can check inventory from our near the database, we can compare the quantity, and we can play around here. Now from here, I'm starting our order to cash operation. So first, I'm adding one key, which is new key, new value. So in data operation, if you may know, so this key I'm adding for a reference so that we can refer this key again and again in any other operations. So this key will add along with this Amazon order data. So just after adding this key, I'm adding this filter. Now, since the first step of order management is, order to cash is order management. So I'm filtering data based on the order status of pending. So whatever pending order is there, I can send those orders in an email or any other database or to the required person so that the one can get informed on daily basis or hourly basis based on your requirement. Since I'm getting this data for on a daily basis, we can change it to every minute or every 1 hour, 2 hour, like that. So that person will get informed or that database, if you want to send that data to any database, that database will get updated and so on. So after this filter, order management for order pending orders filter, I'm adding this append key. Why append key? So just to add the key to that particular pending value. So now that value will come under this particular key. So I can use this key anywhere in any operations after this append one. And that operation can deal with this key. We can send to any database, we can send to any email and so on. So after adding this filter, we are ending this filtering. So it's simply or similar like if and else condition. So I'm adding this filter means if this condition fulfill, then send data here and end this filter. Similarly, I have added multiple conditions. So it's similar to, I'm repeating the same loop again. So since I'm adding filter, then append and filter in. I've repeated this process 3 to 4 times to fulfill all the order to cash situations. So for first, I have added for order management, which is for pending orders. Second, I have added for fulfillment to check if it is fulfillment is from Amazon or from ours or any third party vendor and whatever. So this is since we are using Amazon data, so I'm just giving this as an example. So based on your requirement, you can change this fulfillment or any other filter as per your requirement. Then again, append and filter in. Then third filter is for order shipment. So once the order got shipped or unshipped, we can get the status of that. Fourth, we have payment. So we can track the payment and invoicing, which will cover the complete order to cycle from order management to order fulfillment, order shipment, and payment and invoicing. We can add multiple stages also as per our requirement. As you can see, after adding 4 only, it's getting too much operations. So yeah, I think this will cover or fulfill our order to cash process for demo purpose. Later we can add more and more operation as we want. Now, once after adding this filter, now I want to send all this filter data to a particular target. This could be anything. It could be a particular database or any particular cloud storage or email also. So here I'm using email so that we don't need to log in somewhere else or so show it to you. So I will just yeah, we'll go forward now. So after adding this fourth filter, I'm again calling this new key new value as I have mentioned before to use that particular filter. So after calling this value, again, I'm repeating one loop. So I will explain one loop and we'll go on. So here that filter condition got in after this payment and invoicing filter. Then again, I'm sending that particular data to any target. So this is for first filter, which is for order management. I'm aggregating that data under the pending key and I'm planning to send that using pending email. So now that data will come to this particular email after aggregating and it will target to the email. So email body you can configure invoices, you can configure HTML emails and all. So here I have configured one HTML email, which format is look like this. You can go to source, you can edit the content as you want. So since I am sending this email for order to cash order management, so all the order management details are included here. You can add as many variables as you want. You can see I just added one rows and one headers, and it will automatically add multiple rows as per the data coming from the source. If it is 10, it will automatically come 10 rows. As you can see, after adding 4 only, it's getting too much operations. So yeah, I think this will cover or fulfill our order to cash process for demo purpose. Later we can add more and more operation as we want. Now, once after adding this filter, now I want to send all this filter data to a particular target. This could be anything. It could be a particular database or any particular cloud storage or email also. So here I'm using email so that we don't need to log in somewhere else or so show it to you. So I will just yeah, we'll go forward now. So after adding this fourth filter, I'm again calling this new key new value as I have mentioned before to use that particular filter. So after calling this value, again, I'm repeating one loop. So I will explain one loop and we'll go on. So here that filter condition got in after this payment and invoicing filter. Then again, I'm sending that particular data to any target. So this is for first filter, which is for order management. I'm aggregating that data under the pending key and I'm planning to send that using pending email. So now that data will come to this particular email after aggregating and it will target to the email. So email body you can configure invoices, you can configure HTML emails and all. So here I have configured one HTML email, which format is look like this. You can go to source, you can edit the content as you want. So since I am sending this email for order to cash order management, so all the order management details are included here. You can add as many variables as you want. You can see I've just added one rows and one headers, and it will automatically add multiple rows as per the data coming from the source. If it is 10, it will automatically come 10 rows. If it is 2, it will come 2 rows. So we'll start the service and see how the data is flowing. So I will explain the next operation. So after this first email, I'm adding second email for order fulfillment. Again, same process.
Guys, are we replicating the IPs? Hello.
Tariq, I'm recording. You can ask question later.
Okay.
Yeah. So after sending this order management, I'm again repeating this value for other filters. So after first email, then we have second email for order fulfillment. Then again, third email for order shipping. And again, fourth for payment and invoicing. So all the configuration are same. We are just taking one particular key from filter, data aggregation, email, and filter in, and adding so on and so on. So like this, you can add multiple filters and send this data to multiple targets. Since I'm using emails here, you can use multiple target like database, cloud storage, and all. You can also check inventory in between. So let's say after order shipment or before order shipment, you want to check the inventory from any data sources. So you can just call the data using the database operation here, and you can add the query to check the inventory, and after if the inventory matches for that particular item, you can trigger email or you can send SMS or any update to the client or related or concerned person. So now after sending this multiple emails, I also want to send this data to a database. So here I'm after sending email, again I'm adding this filter, new key, new value. I'm doing data aggregation and converting it to tuple and sending it to database. So I'm using Oracle database here. You can use any other database as per your requirement. I'm merging all the data using this query, merge query as Oracle support merge query. And we can schedule it as per our requirement, like every minute or particular time zone or any particular schedule. You can select the time zone, you can select the schedule and so on. So yeah, we have configured this IB. Now we'll try to save and run it. You can also add a triggered email. If someone start or stop this IB, the email will get triggered. Now let's quickly go back and start the IB. So IB started. You can check the streaming log here. You can say IB is running. You can see the data flow here. Now you can see we got all the emails which we configured. We'll go in emails later. First we check the logs. It's still loading. Let's refresh it. Yeah. Now you can see all the data is getting flowed here. We are getting the response, and we are sending it to multiple emails and sources after adding all those operations. So here is data got flowed. You can scroll down and see some key data is there. You can skip this part. Now we can go and see the database. I think there was no data before. Let's see if data came or not. Some connection issue. Yeah, I think some issue was there. Connected, yeah, we have got the data in database. Now we'll see how the emails came as per our configuration. So this is the whole email. So this is the new one we got. So you can see here, so all the order management details are there: order ID, channel, order status, purchases, date and shipment date. For fulfillment, we can see we have order ID, we have total item shipped. If any unshipped items are there, we can track that. So all these details we can add in emails, or we can send it to any database or to any particular concerned person or directly to the clients. We can check this shipping email. So we have all the shipping details here, like sales channels, shipment status, shipment service, standard expedite, and ship date when it's got shipped. This is all the live data we are checking right now. Then we have payment and invoicing, so we can uh, create any invoicing format also, and we can send email as per that format. Since I am using a simple table form, so we can get email like this. We have order ID, order type, payment method, total, and total currency. So yeah, so this is how we can configure order to cash solution in our eZintegration platform. I will close this. We'll stop this ID. So yeah, I hope we have got the idea of how we can handle order to cash solution in our eZintegration platform. We have gone through our features. We can go through our website and check what all features we have, or you can quickly uh, book a demo for free. All right. Thank you everyone for joining. That's all.